Hey guys, Rom Guruji here, back with another video, and today we are talking about the top 5 phones you can buy below 50,000 rupees. Now, before we do that, if you're new here, press that subscribe button, press that like button so that you can get notified for all of our new videos. And without any further ado, let's start. But let me remind you, some of the phones are from last year, but they are amazing. Now, the first one we have here is iPhone 11. The coveted iPhone 11 has been selling more than the iPhone 12, and you know why? Because it provides great value for money. Right now on Flipkart you can get it on sale too. Now what does this phone have? It has a 64 GB memory which can go up to 256 GB memory if you can pay for it, and it has a A13 Bionic chipset. It has 12 plus 12 megapixel camera. Now you must be thinking, hey, compared to 48 megapixel, compared to 64 megapixel, compared to 108 megapixel, this seems a lot less. Well, it might be less, but the quality is so much better, especially when it comes to videography, because the stabilization is amazing in iPhone 11. Other than that, there are not many talking points when it comes to the iPhone 11 because Apple speaks for it. See, if you want to enter the Apple ecosystem, this is your way in, and that's all I can say about the iPhone 11. The next phone is Samsung Galaxy S20 FE, the S20 Fan Edition. A lot of people wanted to buy the S20, but the price was exorbitant. I couldn't pay 70,000 for a phone like that. But then Samsung came up and introduced the Fan Edition. Now the Fan Edition is a cheaper version of the Samsung Galaxy S20, and the S20 is a marginally well performing phone. So what did Samsung do? Samsung just took everything from their S20 and gave it to the S20 FE Edition. Now the S20 FE Edition is one of the majorly amazing phones and riveted phones that people have thought of buying in this country. It has a triple rear camera setup with an 8 megapixel optical image stabilization telephoto sensor. It has a 12 megapixel ultra wide and a 12 megapixel again optically stabilized wide angle camera. It also has a 32 megapixel front hole selfie camera, which is amazing. Right? Other than that, it has an expandable storage option. Yes, you can put your SD cards, and the SD card can expand the storage up to 1 terabyte, which is a rare thing when you talk about 2020 and 2021, where most of the providers have stopped providing you with expandable storage. It has a 4500 milliamp hour battery, which is really nice. The only place I think it lacks is the Exynos 990. I would have preferred the Snapdragon variant, but then again in India Samsung sells their Exynos variants. This is also a dual SIM phone, so I don't think you'll have any problem in connectivity. Samsung S20 FE Edition is for you if you're a Samsung fanboy or a fangirl, whatever it is, and it provides you with amazing performance. Other than that, now we are coming to MI. Yes, the Xiaomi, Redmi, whatever you want to call it. It has its flagship in the arena. Now MI 11 is just going to release, but then again MI 10 feels more value for money right now. It has a curved display, beautiful quality display. It in fact has a high performance fast display. It also has 108 megapixel rear camera, and that is complemented by wide angle and telephoto lens, which is amazing, right? Now, other than that, the screen is Gorilla Glass protected, Full HD AMOLED Plus display, and it supports 5G. Now, for Indians, 5G is a big deal. But wait, 5G is not in India. That's right, 5G is a big deal, but 5G is not in India. So, this phone is practically 5G ready when it comes to India. And with that being said, it's also a great battery champ. It has 4780 mega amperes of battery. I mean, that is great. That is some 1.5 day of battery life right there. Now we're coming to the end of the list, and we're coming to the OnePlus section. Now the OnePlus section is divided into two parts, right? Yeah, they have a cheaper phone, which is the Nord, and they have the costly phone, which is the 8T. Now, both these phones are amazing. First, we'll talk about the OnePlus Nord, which is a value for money option for anyone who wants to enter the OnePlus ecosystem, right? This phone has a 48 megapixel, 8 megapixel, 5 megapixel, and 2 megapixel camera, whereas the 2 megapixel sensor is absolutely useless. We also have a 32 megapixel plus 8 megapixel front dual selfie camera, wherein the 8 megapixel doesn't really do as promised. Right? The camera quality of these phones are considered to be amazing, but OnePlus is somewhere lacking on their OS systems. That's why it is this bottom on the list. Yes, Other than that, it has a 90 hertz display, which is really good, and it has a Oxygen OS 10, and it is now being updated to Oxygen OS 11, so you will get the Oxygen OS sweetness, even though now it feels more like Oppo. It also has a 4000 milliamp hour battery, which is decent for the 90 hertz display, but you may run out of the battery soon because it does not have the coveted full 60 hertz battery charging system. It actually has just 30 watts, which is fine in today's scenario. Now we're coming to the last phone, which is the amazing. Wait, did I tell you Nord has a 700 series processor? Sadly, but it is still 5G ready. Not that you're going to get a very fast 5G with it. Now we're moving on to our last phone, which is the OnePlus 8T 5G with the latest Snapdragon 865 processor. Is it latest now? No, not really. It is Snapdragon 888, which is the latest processor right now. But then again, 865 is a very good performing chipset. Compile that with the 5G of OnePlus 8T, the beautifully fluid screen, the amazingly fast RAM, and the 65 watt drop charging. Now this charging comes directly from the first introducer of fast charging, which is OnePlus. So this charging ability is really nice. The camera is nice, but keep in mind a lot of OnePlus's phones are having issues with the updates. So you need to make sure your device does not have that issue. Other than that, OnePlus 8T is an all-round performer and you will love it. So these were the 5 phones in 2021 that you can buy below 50,000. That's all for this video, guys. If you did like the video, please like, share and subscribe. This is Rom Guruji signing off.